Shelby is no stranger to enhancing the world's best-selling truck, but this time, they're taking it to an unprecedented level. The upcoming 2025 Shelby F-150 promises to be the most powerful version yet, packed with advanced chassis upgrades and a striking exterior redesign. So, let's dive into what makes this ultimate F-150 truly exceptional. If you know Ford and Shelby's collaborative history, then you're aware that the boldest, most potent models bearing the Shelby badge typically arrive near the end of each model generation. This approach has held true for the Mustang for years and is now continuing with the F-150 lineup. The F-150 Shelby arrived in 2020, and just a year later, the pickup truck was completely redesigned. So the current generation has been for a while, and after the recent mid-cycle refresh, it seems like it's the perfect time to roll out this super hot pickup truck, which should be the most powerful ever, at least when it comes to those with internal combustion engines. Will it have more than 800 horsepower? Most likely, but we'll get on the powertrain in a moment. Meanwhile, let's check a few more important aspects such as the chassis and suspension setup, for example. Once again, a typical Shelby treatment is coming, with all kinds of visual and mechanical upgrades. Visually, the famous stripes and badges are an easy guess, but there will be much more. As for the chassis and suspension setup, we may refer to the previous iteration, which brought a lot of significant upgrades, including Shelby-tuned suspension combined with Fox shocks. A lot of things are going on, so let's take a separate look at every important aspect of the Shelby pickup. Powertrain and performance. As promised, we are taking a detailed look at the powertrain department and possible options. Of course, the new pickup will be all about raw power, but details are still unavailable. So the first thing to do is to refer to the previous generation, which was equipped with a good old 5.0-litre V8 Coyote. This 395 horsepower naturally aspirated unit was upgraded significantly and also includes a supercharger. So the max output went all the way up to 777 horsepower. Naturally, the new iteration is expected to raise the bar even higher. How much will the bar be raised? It is still unknown because the officials have been quiet so far. What's interesting is that we don't even know the actual powertrain choice, because, meanwhile, the Blue Oval Company launched the F-150 Raptor R with another impressive powertrain. We're talking about the supercharged 5.2-litre V8, the latest version that is called Carnivore. Based on the previous iteration, called Predator, the latest version of the engine has been tuned for more low-end torque, thanks to a different supercharger pulley and calibration. We presume this is going to be the engine of choice for the new F-150 Shelby, rather than the heavily upgraded Coyote. Of course, further revisions are expected in order to achieve more power. The Raptor R puts out 720 horsepower, but as we mentioned, Shelby will need more than that. The exact figures are still unknown, but various sources suggest a maximum output of around 800 horsepower. Of course, the engine will come in a pair with a familiar 10-speed automatic transmission, though we might see some revisions on it as well, while 4-part will certainly be a part of the standard offer. And while it's still early for details about the new powertrain, let's take a quick look back at all the amazing features of the previous version, based on the Coyote engine. That engine features upgrades like an open-air performance intake with a high-flow filter, along with an oversized carbon fiber air intake tube. Furthermore, the list of upgrades also includes an aluminum heat exchange, along with an upgraded throttle body, upgraded fuel injectors, a performance exhaust system, and many more. Altogether, this was enough for a total output of 770 horsepower and a 0 to 60 in less than 3.5 seconds. So we may presume that the new iteration is going to put even crazier numbers. To give you a clearer picture of what to expect from the new F-150 Shelby, let's take a quick look at the standard 700 horsepower Raptor R. That pickup can hit 60 miles per hour in about 3.7 seconds, while the quarter model is completed within 12.1 seconds at a speed of 111.8 miles per hour. Exterior upgrades. Once again, the official details are still unavailable, so we can only rely on our predictions. The good thing is that the current generation hasn't brought any radical changes over the previous model, so we presume that the Shelby iteration would follow the path, whether it's about mechanical or aesthetical upgrades. As for mechanics, once again, suspension will be one of the key upgrades that could easily be the same or very similar BDS suspension by Shelby. Along with the exclusive Fox shock system, these components are pretty similar to those found in Raptor. So once again, the Shelby Pickup will be rugged and extremely durable. Raptor-style Fox shock will be part of the standard equipment on all four wheels, along with 2.5-inch reservoirs. The setup also includes bypass technology, with adjustable dual speed controls, which means that the new Shelby would also be a highly versatile machine, able to cover pretty much everything from smooth on-road rides to hardcore off-roading. And while we speak about the ride, the previous version was equipped with unique 20-inch Shelby alloy wheels, as well as a set of 35-inch all-terrain tires. So we may presume that the new iteration could come with something similar. All this talk about the wheels means that we're trying to make a smooth transition to the aesthetical aspect of the exterior. And once again, there's a full load of modifications to expect. The new model will be based on the new generation, but overall approach in terms of visual upgrades shouldn't be much different. So we may see similar black powder-coated step bars, along with painted fender flares, vents, and similar things naturally. The most prominent part of the front end will be the revised bumper, with massive air openings that ensure proper engine cooling. This includes the famous honeycomb grille, along with the legendary Shelby snake insert. Of course, Shelby logos and letterings will be all over the place, on the hood, tailgate, cargo bed, and other areas, and these will be complemented by Shelby rocker panel graphics, as well as the famous full-body rally stripes. Oh, and we almost forgot the famous dual-intake Ram Air Shelby Super Snake hood, which will clearly indicate that there is a real beast mounted under the hood. On the other hand, the rear end will be highlighted by massive black ceramic dual exhaust tips. Or Shelby might come with something a little bit different this time. Do you think the new F-150 Shelby should get a few more different upgrades compared to the previous generation? Was the previous model attractive enough by your standards? Share your opinion with us in the comments. Also, stay until the end of the video, because details about the launch date and price are also coming. Interior design. As for the design, not many things have changed with the recent mid-cycle refresh. The cabin layout remained largely the same, with a familiar dashboard design and the rest of the cab once again. We expect this high-performance pickup to come in a crew cab layout with plenty of room for everyone. Ford's full-size pickup is generally known as one of the most spacious in the class, with the second row that accommodates 3 adults pretty easily. This means that besides ultimate performance, this pickup is going to offer ultimate comfort and convenience. The spacious cabin of this pickup is complemented with all kinds of tech features, including massive infotainment and instrument cluster screens. While there is also a full load of exclusive Shelby features to come, we presume that the Shelby pickup will come with a bigger 13.4-inch infotainment screen, with a system that's fast and responsive, which comes with pretty much every essential connectivity feature you can imagine today. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, and navigation will be standard, while goodies like Bang & Olufsen systems are expected to be offered, at least as options. The same goes for safety features. We don't expect this pickup to lack any modern driving assistance features, starting from emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and many other things, maybe even the hands-free semi-autonomous driving mode. Once again, we don't know the details, but we can refer to the previous version and predict some of the key exclusive features. As with every Shelby vehicle, the serial number plaque will find its place somewhere on the dashboard, while the famous snake badges are expected to be located in various areas of the cabin, starting from the console lid, headrests, etc. The two-tone leather upholstery will also be part of the standard equipment, also with Shelby badges, we presume. Then there are floor mats, also branded with the famous snake logo. Finally, to accentuate the model's high-performance character, Shelby will also install a completely new carbon fiber trim, something that has become a quintessential feature of every sports car these days, while deep tinted windows will round up the overall rugged appearance of the truck. 2025 Shelby Pickup release date and price. Once again, the officials are still quiet, so we can only rely on insiders and rumors. According to these, the 2025 Shelby Pickup is expected to be launched at the end of this year. As for the price, the previous iteration featured a starting price of around $110,000. And with the ongoing inflation and general trend of cars and trucks becoming more and more expensive, we are pretty sure that the new model is going to cost notably more. After all, the Raptor R already costs around $111,000, and there is no way a Shelby badged model could cost less than that after all. This will be a pretty exclusive model, as once again, we expect to see it produced in very limited numbers, probably around 500 units annually. What do you think of the new 2025 Shelby Pickup? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, give us a like, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.